Now, Spirit of the Bluegrass. Sponsored by ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
Everybody talks about the weather, and in Kentucky, they say if you don't like it, wait a few minutes and it will change. Especially this time of year, you can go from snow one day to 70 degrees the next. But one March day several decades ago, we had a weather event like no other, a day that stands out in the spirit of the bluegrass. In the Bath County History Museum, you can see all kinds of artifacts, reminders of a bygone era.
The state's best scientists would have come out.
But recently, one exhibit drew the longest lines. People wanted to learn more about the day Bath had a shower.
March 3rd, 1876, sometime between 11 and 12, it rained meat for a period of about 2 minutes.
That's right, he said it rained meat. And a chunk of that manna from heaven is stored at Transylvania University. It left its locker to be displayed in Owensville for the Meat Shower Festival, an effort to preserve the history of what's preserved in this jar.
We even have kids today in our school that have never heard of it, didn't know it existed or didn't know the history of it. And as a small town community, we want to try to keep that uniqueness going.
Let's flesh out the story. A farmer's wife, Mary Crouch, was the first to notice meat falling from the sky. She may have even been hit by a chunk of the mystery meat, which was soon scattered over an area about the size of a football field. Transylvania University art professor Kurt Godey has interviewed descendants of people who also saw the meat in the meadow. He's sort of become the go-to guy for info about the rancid rain.
I sometimes even joke to my students that like a way to become an expert on something is to care about something that no one else cares about.
But they do care about it in Bath County, where it's not a lame claim to fame.
Nobody else in the world has ever had it happen, so it's really cool.
The shower happened in the community of Olympian Springs, which at the time had a famed resort hotel. Some believe the shower could have been a publicity stunt to beef up business.
Maybe put it on to bring people and attention to their hotel that was in the middle of nowhere.
Some people were brave enough or crazy enough to pick the substance up out of the fields and taste it. One hunter swore it was bear meat, and the family dog ate enough of it to get very sick.
What about like gummy bears? I would totally eat gummy bears if they fell out of the sky.
Professor Godey has heard all types of theories, including that it was cosmic meat.
The New York Times published that this was probably an exploded animal from an exploded planet that just happened to rain down in this area.
But the most accepted theory is that vultures are to blame. Scientists say when the scavengers are frightened, they throw up to lighten their load. So this was likely a mass vulture vomiting event.
Black and brown vultures fly up to 20,000 feet, so you might not see them.
It could have been the buzzards, or it could have been a vent from God, you know.
At the festival, kids made paper vultures for a flying contest, and vendors sold meat art. No bones about it, organizers found ways to carry out the theme of a meteorological mystery. And people around here still look to the sky, wondering if the forecast ever again will be cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Now, there are big plans for next March, which will be the 150th anniversary of the meat shower. Organizers plan to reenact that shower, so if you go take an umbrella and maybe a cooler.
Oh my gosh, that should be interesting. Don't take your dog. I said my dog would be the one to eat all the meat from the sky, get sick, yeah.
Very fascinating event there, though, for sure.
Great stuff.